And we're live. Hello, everyone. This is the Ninja DC. Joining again for their Reactor review video. And I keep saying review, I just can't get over that. This time for My Little Pony. This time for My Little Pony Season 7, Episode 9. We're about, I was going to say we're halfway through, well, quarter way through the season, but we're already past that point. Anyway, join me again is Alex.
Hello, all you ponies. I'm a herd of bronies. Welcome back to Let's Watch Season 7.
So happy birthday, Alex.
Yes, it's my birthday, too.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
I'd figure that
you.
if Jen was here, she'd probably sing Pinky's happy birthday song.
Yeah, she would. She definitely would.
Yeah.
10 times out of 10. We'll just imagine she's here in spirit. And then
Let's imagine ourselves a Jen. Hi, Jen.
Hi, imaginary Jen.
But speaking of Jen, that reminds me is
I'm gonna
last
watch this back. Just be like, what
but,
the freak is doing?
But speaking of Jen, that actually reminds me, like last time, for the first time ever, we actually did run the intro again.
Are you for real? Damn it, I
Yes,
missed
you did.
it.
Yes.
No! Darn.
No. What's running the intro? I have not been informed of this.
Run the intro
Kind of
again.
just like tagging along for the ride, not exactly knowing where I'm going. It's pretty fun.
But also speaking of Jen, the person who always comes before her and leaves her big shoes to follow, Unova.
Guys, today we might remember this day for Alex's birthday, but we must also remember today is the day that DeviantArt rises once again from its slumber. As OCs have come to invade us! Run! Sonic OCs! Sonic OC forces!
Oh, damn it. I forgot.
What's going on? I have no idea what's going
Sonic
on with DeviantArt.
OCs are canon.
What?
What?
That's what they,
The Sonic
That's what I
Forces
heard.
game is going to have
That's what I heard.
incredible main character.
Wait, what
Oh, yeah,
happened?
and Sonic Colors, yeah.
No, you know Sonic Forces.
No, Sonic Forces. That's what it is. I think I heard about that.
it's
So you
literally-
mean my OC, Steve the Hedgehog, who is like ultimate OC of all of Hedgehog, is now canon, and he is the best of all?
Let's not forget about Super Pregnant.
Ugh.
not Sonic. I'm my original character, Blonic.
yeah.
I'm not Sonic. I'm my original character, Kynos.
I'm not
Kynos is Sonic's half-brother.
in the cat. I'm skinny as all heck, and you will be disturbed by my appearance.
I'm not second opinion. I'm a second who looks just like him.
Your third opinion.
Your millisecond opinion.
Oh, now I see what you're talking about. The new Sonic game allows you to design your own
Yeah.
characters.
Like,
Because I was like, because you were saying like Sonic is game is like, wait, are they actually like taking like OC characters and putting them in new
No.
cartoons? Like, what is
Yeah.
going on?
That's not, I wouldn't necessarily consider that canon, because I mean, like, all of the skaters that I've designed in Skate 3 are canon to the Skate 3 universe, which is not correct. They're just canon to my game. So I suppose if they want to dream, that's fair enough. But don't go saying like, oh, Sega has accepted my OC as canon because I designed it in this game that they have. That's not. Come on, guys.
That's
Then
not
again,
how that
Those are
works.
the kinds of people that have Sonic OC, so I can't exactly expect much.
I was gonna say.
it's gonna be crazy because like for all the amount of animal species they're gonna put in for Sonic Forces, they're not even gonna bother to put any reptile one, which I find despicable. Like, what about the Great Team Chaotix? They're lovely characters, you know.
What
It's not
about-
even gonna be an armadillo or a bee either.
Are there any ponies?
Wait, what?
Are there any pony characters?
No, unfortunately.
Worst game ever. 0 out of 10.
But they're bringing
IGN score 7.8 out of 10. Too many Sonic OCs.
But they're actually going to bring like bird OCs as well as a lot of the mammals. So, yeah, let's bring on your Sonic Riders OCs.
But going on, Cadet.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cadet Retro, reporting for a reaction and review. Maybe. Partially.
I am incomplete. I will only partially be reacting this day.
If I drop out early, I'll just keel over.
The weak ones would just keel over and die.
Thanks, love. Thank you.
Sorry, Michael.
Nice vote of confidence there.
No breathing. Sorry.
No.
So the rest of the class are just lying.
Of course I did. No. It hurts. Okay.
Prison. Sorry. I apologize for this.
I'm gonna die early in this episode. Oh my god. Okay.
All right, Quillo.
Ah, yes. The fields sing with the voices of 1,000 crying caterpillars. An amazing harmonious song of G'day, collaborators, and welcome to another reaction thing. I have arrived once more from a 2-week hiatus. I have no idea what I'm saying. Indeed. All right. Let's get down to business.
You're being a dingus again.
Again, business. This implies that I am at one point not a dingus.
That's true. I have had faults in my logic found.
Okay. So that's
And then second.
Hi there, I'm the second opinion. And from a critic first and a fan second, what the heck is wrong with those caterpillars?
Just remind me of the
Flying
screw up.
in the field, all in unison, and the thing they cry is, "Hello and welcome to this reactor." Along those lines. That is not a very.
Listen, this is a very sensitive topic for the caterpillars. You see, their cousin Jerry was stepped on by a bird one day, and the G'day collaborators, welcome to this reaction is what Jerry used to say all the time. So the caterpillars, when sad and mourning, would shout out, G'day collaborators and welcome to this reaction, and whatever else I said as well. Because that's their morning cries. How dare you insult them?
Playback. It's okay. We're doing it
shaking the head.
That is sympathetic, but it seems like they might have an unhealthy obsession with this particular issue at that point.
Well, I mean,
who are you to tell them how to grieve? Who are you
these caterpillars have their lives.
I am the second opinion. I can tell you how to do anything better than you currently do it.
Doesn't mean it's correct.
What if we don't listen?
You're lost. Not everyone is as perfect as I am.
It's
But
very debatable.
it actually does remind me.
The debate.
This actually does remind me of all this talk about the caterpillars. Remind me of the Scream-a-Pillar joke from Simpsons. Have any of you seen that?
I don't believe I have. I may have, but I cannot recall at this point.
Okay, I have a video to show after this video.
Yay!
Let's prove that.
Sharing time. Okay.
All right. Is everyone ready for this episode?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh boy, that's loud. All right.
Aw, Rarity and Spike.
Together more this season.
Physics don't exist in this world.
Yeah, right. Just happened to be walking past.
I just happened to be walking past. I wasn't looking in on you in the morning or anything. Rarity.
Oh.
Because I found one, I need some, and yes, I am interested.
Guitar lessons. Wait,
Wrong
she
guitar,
found the
Pinky.
guitar?
Fashion contest I'm organizing. A
Why do
showcase for
guitars
aspiring
exist in this
designers.
world? They don't have fingers. What?
My
Let the main.
I remember how
And before
difficult it was
Pinky
to break
replaced
into
her
the
brain
fashion
with
industry
a
when I was starting
subdimensional
out. That's why the
wormhole.
winner of the contest will get to
The fourth
debut
wall.
their line in
The magic satchel.
So
She has-
selfless.
Oh,
Oh no, Spike.
Also managed to
Get out while you
produce
still
the
can. She will
fashion
use
Seems we're
you.
bringing this back in spades this
iconic
season.
fashion photographer photo finish to come
Oh,
judge the
these two
show.
characters from season
Or
1.
again.
Wait until
Q
you hear
Spike
who
abuse
else
and
will be a
3.
judge.
Countess Coratura?
Sassy Saddles? Spike? The third judge
Spike is
for the
adorable.
Carousel Boutique's couture
Applejack.
Applejack in the background.
is none other than Applejack!
What?
What?
They needed a spit take, so they had him put it in his mouth. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That was
Yeah. Yeah, ask people before you volunteer them for stuff.
Oh yeah,
Also,
no.
why
the
was
only
Applejack
thing
just
is
happened to be walking in the
the
background?
way.
Also, have anyone noticed that they just put like a train in the middle of Ponyville? Why do they do that? And then they like just do that for the opening, and then they just take it away. They're on
Like
the
it
trailer
never-
right now.
It's never anywhere else in the town.
Yeah.
You never see
Nope.
it.
Well, the
They're always on
Crusaders
the
and
other side of the
Spike did
tracks.
jump on it in that one episode.
Hell yeah!
What? You already said that.
Hey, look,
She's got a bucket of apples.
those fences.
Wait,
I just noticed the fences didn't have the snow white stuff on it on the background when it was zoomed out.
I think it's
I don't know,
because
I just
it's like
noticed that.
icing because they're at Pinkie Pie's sugar cube corner.
Oh wow, okay. I just realized that makes
Oh,
sense.
God. What have we got?
Makes sense out of 10.
Finish has an artistic eye for shapes and colors, but sometimes we designers forget
Blink,
about
blink.
practicality. That's where you come in.
Oh.
So still.
I think I might be a little too practical. My closet's nothing but 20 versions of this hat.
Got to do it if I'm still a pony to watch over me.
And you're the most honest pony there is. Ask any pony, they'll tell you. Have you ever heard of Applejack?
The most honest pony there is. Sure have.
Oh,
Thank you,
God.
Random Macaroni.
Thank you, random caramel recolor.
Well, if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm the right pony for the job.
Honest.
Fashion just ain't my bag of oats.
What darnation?
I understand your hesitation, but before you say no, sleep on it?
Sure, I guess I can do that for you.
Applejack exit stage right. Oh, stage left actually. Audience right. Stage
I
left.
have no reason to have you here.
I know. I'm just as surprised as you
Said-
Oh, look at him with that hat.
Can you imagine me judging a fashion show?
Seems it was a bad idea.
Yep.
It's so much fun getting to see all those pretty outfits.
Well, you're the exception in our family, Sugar Cube. You know
You're the
about that
weird
kind of
one.
stuff. I do as you
Jeez, Apple Bloom, why are you so weird?
Although, Rarity did say I just had to focus on practicality. She already has experts for the fashion
And before
stuff.
Applejack ruins
Yeah,
everything.
But I still wouldn't know what to say.
Rip.
Oops.
Wow, that didn't even felt natural of a transition.
Sorry, I wanted to wear a signature hat like yours, but it's making it harder to see.
That's because it's not like mine. You don't
Rip.
need a fancy scarf to keep your hat on. Now you can see.
Stetsons are cool. Stetsons are cool. I don't know, I can't remember how. Words.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Stetsons.
is a lot better. Thanks, Applejack.
The hat
Sure
seems
thing.
to
So what
follow
do you
the
know?
apples.
What?
That is a
I'm
lot
gonna help
better.
Rarity judge her show.
Wow, how convenient.
I thought Apple Bloom already had a trademark bow.
Exactly what the pony
Yeah.
community needs.
Didn't she get rid of the bow at
She's
some
getting
point?
older.
I thought about it some
No,
more.
no, she didn't
And
get
if
rid
you're
of
still
it.
She's growing up.
I'd love to be a judge.
Contrivance number one.
I just knew
That
you'd
problem
come
just
around.
happened to be there.
Mm.
Photo finish have arrived.
She's still
Alive.
that way.
So now, photo finish
Party
tape.
slaves.
See you.
Doctor Who's.
Kiss.
She says it aloud.
Rarity's standing has clearly grown if this is how Photo Finish talks to her now.
I thought she was still making costumes.
Wait,
You
so
haven't heard?
Coco's coming
California's talking about it.
Why is one of her skirt lines not?
My, they're absolutely
Great.
stunning.
It sure is great to hear Miss Palmella's doing so well. Who is this? Who speaks?
Who is this on me?
Another one of the judges.
So, Judge, what do you think?
What do you think?
Oh, wow.
That dissonance. Okay.
These are
Ugh.
clothes?
The audio.
Oh,
Right.
Price.
Is
Oh, now I get that joke
like
I've
a
seen.
disco ball. Did they have to roll her down the runway?
Oh.
I can't believe any pony would actually wear this. Am I right?
Yes, you are, but you're gonna get flack for it.
Yep. I faint.
So funny.
I
Cognitive
regret my
dissonance.
decisions.
Gosh,
I regret
I
my
didn't mean to make
decision.
her faint.
Oh,
Worried.
don't worry about it, darling. It happens all the time.
Actually, it does.
That just look a bit like a disco ball.
like,
And before
Yeah,
Green
it
Pony
does.
has a crush on
Palmella
Photo
is making the point that no matter what we wear, it is a costume of some kind or another.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let's go meet the designers and help them get ready for the show. Designers, welcome.
Oh, hey, it's Fluttershy Pony. But not Fluttershy.
Judges will offer our guidance
It's
and
Unishy.
prepare for tomorrow's
Unishy?
big show.
Unishy.
First tip:
No.
you all suck and you'll never get anywhere in life.
Mm.
You guys, this morning on my way here,
Oh.
Oh gosh, that was a
We just had
voice.
3 of them last episode.
and I wanted to capture not so much the bird's song exactly, but more like how the wind carried the bird's song.
Powerful, yet
Stop. I know,
Applejack
right?
did like a throat, like a swallow. She was like, nope.
Next up, meet Starstreak.
That's good.
Stop.
I'm not interested in what's already been done. Only what will exist.
Only what will exist.
Tomorrow's fashion belongs to
teeny
those
tail.
who hear it coming.
So wait, why did she said? Rarity said though that these are supposed to be costumes. That's all that's being prepared here.
No, she's saying that when we wear clothes, it's essentially a
You
costume.
have a very focused vision, a strong sense of what you want. It's good.
Just trying to reword what AJ said.
You've been rather quiet. What do you think?
I don't think you want to know what I
It's
think.
a lot of black.
I don't know.
It's kind of depressing.
0 out of 10.
How's this?
Makes a world of difference.
Maybe to fashion experts like you, but to ponies like me, it's still black. And
Wow.
I'm not sure how you wear singing birds or the future.
I'm not sure I like how you said the word black, AJ.
AJ.
I
AJ.
think they liked what I had to say.
Do I have to stick Jenga on you?
That's why you're here. Actually,
Oh, the fun edits of this are gonna pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Or you're just trying to make her feel a little better. Oh dear.
Are you
Oh,
putting
God.
holes in
Oh,
the clothes
no.
on purpose?
It's to create a distressed
Oh,
look.
God.
Like an old
Why do they have to
cat
reference
when
that?
a
Oh,
pony's
God.
always holes in
Her
it.
face.
Holes of
Go to the store to
jeans.
buy new clothes with holes in them.
Okay, yes, not a very practical choice. Fashionable, but not practical.
Rarity's trying to keep it together.
Simply stunning.
Stunning.
Sure, it looks
I
pretty.
mean, why is this of all time that?
Fabric. With the way it drags behind, it'll be covered in dirt in no time. Thank God it's out here.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
why is
we'd
this
have
of all
had holes in
times when
clothes
Rarity
and
wanted
dirty
Applejack's opinion on
Anything.
these things? Yeah.
trademark Fluttershy face on a
No
unicorn.
look is complete without mane and makeup.
So, when are you gonna do her mane?
Oh,
It's already done.
already been
Okay,
It's already
Has
been
a
done.
snail on his head.
Designers enough guidance for today. Let's let them finish their work.
Can't wait to see what y'all do for the big show tomorrow.
I like
Yeah. Remember what was the one?
On your way home, stop the first
2 chords.
Great! At first, I didn't think I'd be much help, but thank goodness I signed on. Without me, they'd be doing all kinds of crazy fashiony things.
And then leaves.
Great, now they're turning her into oblivious Applejack again.
No!
Yes, of course.
Hang on, that guitar has 2 strings, but 4 of those thingies at the top. I don't know what they're called.
They're the type.
Knobs.
You seem a little stressed. Want to try?
Oh no.
I think it's very relaxing. Sure.
What?
Oh my god! What?
Rarity's a undercover hardcore rocker confirmed.
Okay.
Wait, but that's the wrong sound to come out of that guitar.
It doesn't matter,
It's
magic.
not the most offbeat gag in a while now.
Morning, every pony. Time for final
Anger is magic.
show.
If buttons could convey sadness, you've done it.
To me, they convey waking up an hour early just to button them all.
Come on,
And that's
Applejack.
if you could reach most of them.
Applejack, those buttons look pretty cool. No.
Oh, god.
Okay, why is everyone siding with Applejack though if the
Is this better?
other critics are saying
There
it's
you go.
good?
Now when it's cold,
Well, but I mean, they're siding with her
on your seat.
over another judge that said it was good. Over 2 other judges, in fact.
Poncho.
Oh, this is.
I attached each brother individually.
She's got like
Literally
tired
never.
lines.
Oh, you used hoof cross double over stitches. Oh, they're perfect.
Who cares if it's stitched perfectly? You don't need feathers on your head.
You don't need feathers on your head.
Okay, Applejack.
There.
Applejack!
Applejack.
Alright, that's another thing to add on to. Applejack equals.
Apple jerk.
Seriously,
Jerk.
Applejack. Now I'm getting angry.
Stop, but
You
it
wouldn't
needs
like me when I
more.
get angry, Applejack.
No. No. Yes.
I go with this one.
No, this one.
Oh no.
Oh.
Something it's funny.
Well, now she's getting just carried away.
I mean, those belts look the same.
Oh no!
Golden.
Compliments it.
You're kidding, right?
Is everything okay?
They're having a heated debate about those 2 belts.
Actually, this time I might side with Applejack.
No! There is no choice. They're the exact same belt. This is so silly. Fashion is ridiculous.
Oh,
And
this is
All
why
of
you
your
should-
I'm sorry.
aspirations
but
is
that's my honest
ridiculous.
Oh God, no!
Come if
Oh,
I knew we were going to be insulted.
Opinions not equal truth.
Internet.
If they're
Welcome
out,
to the
I'm
internet.
out too. I didn't get into fashion to design boring utilitarian clothes.
I want to create elegance and drama, and this is literally
okay, well now that I'm pretty sure what the moral's gonna be, I'm like,
Yeah.
in this episode have to take this route there.
Seriously, Rarity.
Hey, what do you know? Applejack ruined everything.
I was just being honest.
I was just being.
You're being blunt honest.
Hey, wait,
Applejack
could there be
elements of
such a
brutal
thing
honesty.
as
There is no show. Take it all down.
honesty not always being best?
Hey, what's going on?
Or however they're gonna phrase it.
No, it is the opposite of okay.
Are some things more important than honesty sometimes?
The show is cancelled.
Or maybe it was the wrong choice for Applejack to take part in this.
Yeah, I
That seemed
think
like
Rarity,
what
like,
Applejack's fault.
Why
Good.
are you mad at me? I was just saying what I thought. And isn't that why you wanted me to be a judge?
Oh,
for my
God.
Of
honesty?
course, but you said fashion is ridiculous.
But it's my opinion, and I'm not gonna lie.
oh, there's the moral.
Here's the moral. Your opinions are stupid and worthless. Don't ever have opinions.
Rarity! Oh, what a nice surprise! Hello, Strawberry Sunrise. This is Applejack. I was wondering if you could
Strawberry
tell how you
shortcake
feel
as a
about
pony.
apples.
Don't like them.
Why? They're crunchy, they're sweet, they're delicious.
Oh,
They're not strawberries.
Oh.
She's eating all of her stock.
Apples are better than strawberries.
Oh!
Only if by better you mean better at being disgusting.
You got
Yes.
Whoa!
Sus.
Sorry.
Looks like we're.
Actually bite into those tasteless, mealy, worm-filled things.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Wow. For dinner.
Why are you so angry? It's just Strawberry's honest opinion.
Well, that's fine if she doesn't like them, but if she knew how hard we worked to
And
make
now it's getting even more ham-fisted.
so mean about it.
God.
Oh. Oh boy.
Doesn't feel so good, does it?
Nope. No, it does not at
My
all.
dad.
I am so sorry, Rarity. I got so carried away with being honest, I guess I didn't think about how I was making others feel. I'm a real rotten apple.
I appreciate that, Applejack. That means a lot.
Rotten
I
Jack.
just wish you'd realized it before you ruined the fashion show.
Before you ruined the fashion show. Make her feel more guilty.
I need to get some of these.
It's the only way to travel.
We have to get some of these slaves.
Canterlot is
Tony not guilty.
Yep, but you're not going back to Canterlot yet.
The plan.
Kidnap them.
Hey! What is she?
You too, in my basement.
Run.
You're coming.
Get back in my basement.
Why?
Oh no.
Oh,
Pulled us out of nowhere.
Listen, y'all. I thought I was just being
Friendship
honest
is
when I said all
kidnapping.
those things.
Aw.
But some pony helped me realize.
Actually, if it's
She had
Jamie
to
and Wayne,
lasso
then
them
yes.
before she could
Maybe
say this to
violence
them.
is the
I
answer.
apologize. So, you don't think fashion is ridiculous? Well, I still don't understand it, but I appreciate how much it means to y'all and how much hard work you put into it.
She ain't
I
smiling.
also know this contest is important for Rarity. So,
Just
what
her
do you
eyes.
Smiles in her own way. God dang
I'd
it.
hate to have come all this way here and not see what you can do.
If they're judging, we're in.
Under one condition, literally.
Anything.
Keep her out of it.
See, I told you it was kidnapping.
Okay, that was a good joke.
Yes, it was.
Show's
Uh-oh.
on, fellas.
Oh no.
God dang it.
Breaks the light.
Racist barn, racist barn. Montage music.
Country montage music.
Applejack gets severely maimed. Oh. Kids show, right, I
Viral
forgot.
video.
Waka, waka, waka.
Okay, so what's really her point of being here now then?
Just trying to
Probably
be
to
helpful.
understand the process.
Probably just trying to make up for what she did before.
I know, so it's...
How? They were all leaving.
She looked offended and then surprised.
You can thank Applejack. She literally did it all by herself.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Thank you!
Yay!
Inconceivable!
First up, Lily Lace. Star Streak.
Ooh.
Nice.
Inky Rose.
Oh.
That looks like straight out of an OC.
Gosh.
Yeah. Oh, Black Friday's confirmed.
So itchy.
And now it's time to vote. I am drawn to the beauty and drama of fashion. And no pony does drama better than Lily Lace, so I vote for her. It means
You don't go to the emo outfit on drama?
Drama better.
Drama.
Ah.
Is the keynote of true elegance. That is why I vote for Inky Rose.
Inky
Now vote for the third one.
Inky Rose.
Happy?
There was an
Photo
attempt.
finish. Vote for Star Streak.
Wonderful to hear, darling.
Well, it all comes down to you.
Oh, that word.
I vote for all of them.
RariJack is the deciding vote.
Thank you, Pinky.
Thank you.
Save that for all three, dear gosh, now.
You all win.
You're all failures.
Pinky Roses will go there, and Star Streaks there.
Sorry, but I couldn't pick just
I
one.
knew it.
They all
God,
deserve
oh, come on.
Okay. They all deserve to win.
I knew it.
There's a reality.
I told you your perspective would be beneficial.
Is this one of your new designs, Rarity? It's the form is reminiscent of
Dirt.
I mean, it conjures up images of.
Honestly, I think Fluttershy would have been the better pick here.
Yeah.
No,
I like them all. But then we wouldn't get the moral.
ghastly,
Mm.
horrid, absolutely terrible.
Actually, Fluttershy would actually really appreciate that feather hat.
Getting flashbacks from
She'd like
episode
notice the
20 of
stitch work
season
above
1.
everything else.
Green is in your color.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Nice.
Let me see, voice.
Well, there's that episode.
I think the biggest moral that we could learn from this episode, above all else, Rarity, hardcore rocker.
Yeah.
Apples equal assholes. Confirmed. Okay.
Everyone has an apple, which means they all have one. That's what the saying is supposed to be, right?
Yes, actually. Well, technically, it's everyone's got one and they stink, but
And he's trying to get away from the smell.
Yeah. That was certainly a very interesting episode.
I liked it.
Something before.
Actually,
I like
overall, I think this is one of my favorite episodes. I think this is, for the last 4 or so, my favorite one of them.
Really?
Because it just felt like a season 1 episode.
Yeah, it did. Well, with the continuity of season 4.
I mean, yeah, like continuity elements and also developed characterization, because season 1, AJ would have nothing to do with this at all.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah.
But I feel like
I
feel like the major reason why Rarity would even put AJ in that sort of position was just to be like, okay, I need you to be my absolute contrarian. I didn't expect you to honestly bash everyone's opinions to the ground and even call our careers hard.
I needed you to be
that hat.
Oh man, I was like, Applejack, why you do this? I needed you to be devil's advocate, not the devil.
The devil wears
I just like why Rarity wanted this now of all times. Like, I don't even know.
Well, I mean, I feel like they've gotten closer over the seasons.
But I mean, like,
the competition in the sense, what was the point of having that competition then?
I mean, like, they could have had the competition anytime.
Yeah, I don't think it really does have that kind of constraint there. Second, I mean, I don't think that's really that point of. I don't know.
But I mean, they've been close for a while now, and like Rarity has never tried to get Applejack involved, and now like this random competition of all things is where she wants her in it. Like, I mean, okay, but why?
No, that's why it seems like more of a season 1 episode, as opposed to part of the continuation, because it's just like it was a slice of life. Boom, let's do a thing, as opposed to, let's build up a story.
With like
add
a
the
mix
bricks
of
to the story.
Art of the Dress, or which one is that?
Yeah,
Out of the Dress is
Art of
season
the
1.
Dress is where
Episode 14, I think.
Because like
You mean Suited for Success?
yes, that one. I said the song title, and I was like, "What's the name of the episode?" I said that, but nobody. Yeah. I feel like it's kind of tied in with that one a bit, and that's why I agree with you, DC. It does feel a bit season 1, but I feel like it flowed really well in terms of the arc. There were a few contrivances for sure.
Oh,
as
yeah.
Alex pointed out as we were going. I was like, yep, that, yep. The hat.
But
It all.
But I'll show you. I think one of the reasons I like this episode is it did like it properly showed a flawed Applejack in like a very like understandable way, because the way it sort of approached how she overreacted is she both was too honest for her own good without basically just being full blown like straight like unvetted like honesty opinion, which is like its problem itself. But also we could see like especially how they built it up in the earlier part with her talking with her family, it was also built on her own pride, which has always been sort of one of AJ's recurring problems. Because she's thinking, is like, oh, I'm so good with this fashion thing after helping with Apple Bloom's bow and hat combo. She's like, oh, I can solve this. I can get all these. I can do all these fashionistas things. Lickety split.
I can eat all those apples.
Forget you. I can eat all those apples.
I can eat all them apples. I love that line. That
And I'll
freaking
save
video.
the
That video is so perfect. I forget what I was gonna say.
I was going to say it's also a good level of appreciation for the kind of unaware hypocrisy that Applejack goes through. It's a part of. I wouldn't say it's a part of her character, but her unawareness, unobservation of things that could be done in a certain way, as shown in the that other episode that we watched, the one where she tried to feed the pigs using all this convoluted method.
Applejack's day off.
Oh,
That's the one.
Yeah,
Applejack doesn't name. Okay, so we didn't watch that one. I watched that with my brother. It was great. It was like Applejack does inane
Invite
stuff
himself.
the entire day. It's just great stuff. Anyway, so her unawareness in sort of things that could either be done better or how her actions are being implemented in the world, or how the world reacts to her actions, kind of culminated here as a character trait that could either be worked on in future episodes or could be fixed at some point. Or it could just be an endearing trait of Applejack, but at least she realizes it when she starts, piecing together the puzzles. She laid it out plainly for everyone to know, and then she realized it herself.
Yeah, like Quillo. Yeah, that is actually a really good point to make about like for Applejack's day off to be a strong contributor to like explaining like maybe like a good flaw for her character is unawareness due to her seldom lifestyle of apple farming. Really,
It's a
Tunnel
very
vision.
fixed- yeah, tunnel
Yes.
vision.
Tunnel
Very fixed
vision as
tunnel
well.
vision.
This is what I was trying. Yeah.
Well, just going back to what I was saying about like, her pride is sort of like one of her current things. And one way I mean by pride is that the sense that like, oh, I know how to do this because we've been doing it. It's sort of like conservative confidence.
Mixed
Out
with
here, sort of like,
stubbornness.
well, not just stubbornness, but like sort of like, oh, this is how it's done. I am completely right, and I know how it is, sort of thing. Like sort of the pride builds in. Trying to think of a correct term for like sort of a know-it-all without knowing it all, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to say that about Applejack because we could easily go to real life terms, but we don't want to make those comparisons. It's so hard. It's tempting, but yeah.
Well, I did think it was a two-hand-fisted to be compared to season one quite like that, with the whole... what? Hey, what are you crying for? It's just my honest opinion. Now, here, why don't I go do it to this guy now to show you like that? I think is more comparable to some pony to watch over me. I mean, I do agree with that part. It's more like some pony to watch over me, like, hey, how obviously stupid can we make Applejack just to make sure everybody gets the point?
I kind of feel like with Rarity, though, she did sort of start instigating that reaction from AJ because she was already nervous about giving her opinion in that. And Rarity kept coming in and saying, oh, I'll back you up with this. And so that's sort of what, grew
Tempting the hive.
I mean, there's a right way to portray getting lost in the moment, becoming overconfident over time, and like, I feel like even very oblivious people don't deliberately say what they're doing. Don't say what they're doing wrong in an almost deliberate tone, as though like, I feel like the problem is staring me right in the face. I
Well, it
just
is, you
wish
know, a
I could
cartoon.
gather what it is. Well, it's
kids
ham-fisted
show.
It's
cartoon.
also
I mean,
it's also
well, okay. I mean, if you're
the
going to,
writer, the trick with writing characters is the audience has to be at least a step ahead. Otherwise, you question why or where anything came from. So
well,
the
it's cool.
audience,
I'm still going to give the episode. I'm sorry, but finish.
the audience is supposed to be ahead of the characters that they're following in the story. That's how, you know, good writing works. You have to feel like you see a bit of it, and then you're like, okay. Sometimes it'll take a different way than what you expected, like with this one where we were assuming that, you know, lying might be something of an answer, but the moral was actually understanding the process behind something can give you a deeper appreciation for something that you might not appreciate naturally, which I felt was what the point of the montage was her working with them, seeing the kinds of things that they do while they're working on the project, and then seeing the completed thing at the end and understanding the work that went into it. Because Applejack appreciates work. She appreciates hard work. And that's like something about her character that we've known for a long time. She appreciates hard work. And with seeing the designers working on their projects and seeing their passion go into it, I feel like that's what made her decision at the end kind of hard for her. And that's why she gave all of them the vote. So they all, you know, in the end won.
Wasn't there another Rarity Applejack episode where Applejack learns the appreciation of the hard work that goes into fashion? I feel like that happened. Either that.
No, it's not for success.
I feel like the closest
I think it was
came was Sleepless in Ponyville, but I mean that was more just like learning to at least respect each other on some level.
Wait,
no, I think that
I could also be.
before you sleep.
I could also be thinking of a fan fiction.
You read too many fanfics, man.
I'm getting confused.
But yeah,
with
so
the canon. Anyway.
The canon confused. Numbers don't lie.
Hey, cadets.
Yeah.
Mind if I interject something?
Sure.
Second, I would have to disagree on you on the point of like comparing like Honest Apple's blatant signals with Some Pony to Watch Over Me. All for the simple reason that Some Pony to Watch Over Me wasn't even feeling like it was intending to be like blatant like this newbie writer is doing. Like even though it was also like a first time writer's exposure with Some Pony to Watch Over.
Guys, unfortunately, sorry about this. I have to go. It's been a good season. It's been a good episode. I like this thing. I've just been told I have to drop my sister off at uni. So, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Turns out he died before me.
No.
Okay. So I was going to try to say is that like Some Pony to Watch Over Me felt like it was super naive about like what it was trying to do for like over like 2/3 of the episode. Just kept on like endlessly like hammering in the same thing. Meanwhile, in this episode, it felt like a nice progression from like subtlety then to being blatant in the second third. To like when we all basically complain like, Applejack, you should realize that when you're taking out feathers off of the pony's hat. Like that, because like even then, like when we were watching the episode for the first time, we were very unclear about like what the lesson was or what sort of direction the episode was going to go for the moral, like Cadet mentioned. But Some Pony to Watch Over Me, it was too damn obvious what the moral was going to be, and it stuck with its guns.
So basically, your point is that because this episode didn't do the hit you over the head obvious approach the whole way across, it's less annoyingly hit you over the head obvious?
Yes, because seriously, I wasn't feeling like irritated or hating Applejack as that episode, like because of like if it's repetitive stuff, there's a threshold in which like I could easily get annoyed. This episode had the potential of annoyance. Like I'm very tolerant for episodes as long as the repetitiveness isn't that awful. and I felt like this episode did an all right job at the very least.
Well, I mean, this is certainly a better episode than Applejack's Day Off, but I mean, I didn't compare the whole episode to Applejack's Day Off. I compared that specific portion of it where they lose their subtlety and start trying to veer it into Applejack is getting, get it, carried away with being too honest. I mean, like, fine with what the intentions were and everything, but I'm still going to give the stories that do it smoother, more subtly, and more naturally more credit.
Well, we're not arguing against that. I was just really mentioning, like, it's not as bad as Somebody to Watch Over Me or AJ's Day Off. Well,
admittedly, yeah. Well, neither of those is a very high bar to clear, and yes, this episode is better than those.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like this episode kind of highlights like a lot of the new writers' perspectives in writing these episodes, because I felt the same way about the last episode we watched together in a sense, like the ham and also previous episodes, and like the writers are just going ham-fisted on certain points of the episode, which kind of degrades the episode in all of our eyes in some way, while still retaining like that good quality. Like, and I feel like it might just be a really big transitionary period for like these new writers if that's what they feel like is what should be the default. And once I feel like they hear criticism about like maybe slow down on that whole showing very obviously about those certain points at certain points of the episode, then maybe we could move on to like the much more subtle episodes and later episodes for season 7. Because I feel like that's the weakness for the writers right now in season 7 right now. Despite the quality shift from season 6 to 7 being very good, like the morale is higher.
I would agree with that so far, yeah.
Yeah. Like the new writers just need to get themselves like to not go into the same pod and just keep on getting ham-fisted. Just have to try subtlety. Like, even though they might have been told this is a kid's show, it's gender neutral now since we changed the logo. Kids will appreciate subtlety later on in their years, and even now, because they probably watched the other cartoons and already seen these morals ham-fisted already to their heads already when they were younger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's a critic's job to say why something had the effect it had. It's the consumers, the only thing they're supposed to do is, take a metaphorical bite and say, good, hopefully. But I mean, I feel like the appeal of like subtlety is not that, or at its baseline, it's not supposed to be that you sit there and say, I see what you were trying to do there. That was very smooth, very well played. It's that the whole thing sits well with you and it keeps you like invested, like keeps you having fun with it without necessarily you even having to stop and think about why. I mean, that's why like people like to talk about little kids, and okay, I think that's why, like, for example, I don't know, My Neighbor Totoro was a classic from a lot of kids' childhoods, like seeing what that scene at the bus stop where there's no dialogue and just Totoro is playing with his new umbrella that she gives him, and like that, like kids are kind of watching to see where that's going and seeing how much fun he is, whereas Barney the dinosaur singing, I don't know, obvious songs about how great it is to have friends, that's where a lot of kids are saying, like, they don't necessarily know why, but their reaction is still to go, shut up!
I wonder, though, is Barney still on the air right now?
I think I read something saying it's coming back.
Oh, God! No, Next Generation, don't be tainted by Barney!
But, well, actually, to be fair, he's probably not the worst example of a kid's show. He's just the most memorable one.
Yeah. Most memorable one, definitely. I mean, aside from Sesame Street, which is the more widespread appeal one.
Okay, the most memorable one that annoys a lot of people.
Yeah.
I will say one thing though. Barney, at least, is a hell of a lot better than the Teletubbies.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. What about Caillou?
Yeah, better than Caillou, better than the Boo Buzz.
What the heck is Caillou?
Oh,
it's a show about a kid that whines a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
2-year-old.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Okay. I
The
think
guy
I
that
know what you're talking
constantly
about.
gets
Okay.
compared with Saitama because of how they look in the color scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, although I actually though like for the first act of this episode, though I could actually really see the season 1 comparison because it felt like there was a lot of natural sort of characterization coming out of everybody. In fact, like with Applejack, how she's reluctant to accept this at first, and then having the conversation about it with her family as she's just going about her chores. I was like, well, this actually, I mean, I haven't been this content just following Applejack for, it's like I almost forgot how Applejack can be a likable presence, a likable and investing presence as much as any of the others. But I mean, yeah, they were doing a genuinely good job up through the first, well, I'll stick to saying first 1/3. It was like, I think it was even when they when she first showed up and was talking to the fashion ponies, it was kind of that nice thing we used to see from her a lot, like how she's out of her element but still trying to make do. It was only when like they started trying to veer the moral from hey, we don't know if Applejack is, or well, apparently from we don't know if Applejack is right for this or not, to just, hey, get it? Honesty. There's more important thing, or how would you pick your way to phrase it? Just being honest is not the only thing that's important.
Well, yeah. I kind of feel like even though it was very blatant with that one moral, the fact that this episode can have at least 3 morals within its episode, like I feel like it's a very strong like positive factor for this episode, because while it's hitting your head with like one moral, it's suddenly giving you 2 morals as well woven. I'm not sure if it was intentional because of a lot of the different elements that were put to make this episode into reality, but the fact that the accident happened and caused multiple lessons to be shown off of this one episode alone, I feel like it gives it a greater standing than some of the season 7 episodes so far.
I mean, it's not in and of itself a bad thing. It's kind of like how Party of One seems like it's going to be about like overkill at first. Like, okay, I mean, parties with your friends are great, but you know, sometimes it's okay that they have to end. You don't need to throw one every day, but then it goes in a different direction. But I mean, that different direction I felt came kind of naturally out of the circumstances. And even if like it just, okay, it relied on a coincidence. It just happened to be Pinky's birthday the next day, but it's like, okay, coincidences happen sometimes. It felt like a pretty natural place for the characters to go. And Applejack just like shifting her back into over the top blockhead mode to make a point. Like I can't remember any episode where that has worked for me. It was like it was ham fisted in bats. It was jeez, I mean, I'm trying to like think. It was ham fisted in some pony to watch over me. It was ham fisted in Applejack's day off. And I mean, I don't know. Does anybody want to like point out an episode that's like acclaimed where Applejack is kind of like, yeah, in your face with what she thinks, and it's to a degree that, to this degree?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think this is the most villainous Applejack has been.
Well, even more than bats?
Antagonistic, yeah.
You know, I'd say because for bats, at least it was somewhat understandable. Like, it seemed justified because many people were defending Applejack for that episode. siding with her like a lot of the fans were. Here it's like everyone, like no one is siding with AJ later in the episode.
Well, I mean, like just the way, like even, yeah, we can tell who the episode is going to side with before that first song is even over. Like Fluttershy is making arguments about the ecosystem and then how, yeah, animals work, how nature works, and Applejack is making the oh so compelling point that they look creepy and they eat apples. Like, really. That's where I think, like, where the intention behind it can kind of show through and become distracting. In both cases, I mean.
So I will say,
for me, I think this, I don't know, I kind of feel like this was just a run-of-the-mill episode for me. I don't know. It didn't stand out too far. It was just okay. But then again, that's probably because I'm tired.
Well, I thought this episode had some really good jokes in it. Loved the first third or so. I felt like it was spot on with everyone. I think it's a fantastic moral, like, in and of itself, the whole, I mean, people, heck, I think people have actually cited Applejack using the excuse to be kind of like douchebags, like, I'm just being honest. Yeah, clearly, we don't reward honesty, but not, definitely not just in the fandom. I feel like it's all over the place. People saying, like, what's with all this being polite stuff? I thought honesty is what matters. Like, people, like, almost put it in the same category as stick it to the man and use I'm just being honest as an excuse to say whatever they want sometimes. So, okay. Fantastic moral. I just, like, thought it was, yeah, I don't know, it was kind of like they spent some time building, like, a very nice project, and then, like, when it came time to put the finishing piece into place, they decided to, pull out a sledgehammer and try to smash it in. Like, it just, it's like it kind of comes out of nowhere, both that's going to be the moral and that Applejack starts acting this way. It really stands out, becomes distracting, and then once they get past that point, they get back to the good jokes and the fair enough delivery of the moral. So it's just, hey, I wanted to like this. This is another one I wanted to like more than I did. I might have to say like a B-.
As for me, I'm tired of keep on saying this for like a lot of season 7 episodes, but it just feels good. It just only feels good. Like this had the potential to be a great episode. But then again, I mean, like the elements were there at like the first third, way progressed, the continuity callbacks. Then it just, well, like, I mean, like it feels like a high tier of good. Like it feels like when they showcase like Applejack wrong with like that strawberry pony, I was like, wow, okay. Show Blunt Jack here a taste of our own medicine, and boom, that was like one of the best pieces of like karma to give her in that episode. Already hated her for so long. It's like, one, I'm very considerate for a best friend, and two, that is just devilish of you, girl.
All right. Actually, come to think of it, when Applejack like realizes a mistake, when she like turns back from being a stubborn blockhead, she feels like a great dimensional, likable character again. It's just, I don't know. I feel like since the episodes that try to capture the stubborn streak of like Applebuck season and Look Before You Sleep, like not all of them get that there kind of has to be, or at least for it to feel natural, there kind of has to be something pushing her to that point bit by bit by bit, not just like hey, I got this notion in my head. Let's run with it.
Like it just, like it definitely feels like a better episode. I would probably rate it in the top 3 for season 7 right now. Like it just feels that way. Like even the I feel like the only episodes that could really top it are probably like Rock Solid Friendship and what was that other episode like?
All Bottled Up, Rarity and Sweetie Belle's thing.
Warmer. Yeah, I think All Bottled Up.
Okay. Well, actually come to think of it, there were a lot of lines I couldn't hear. Like, and this episode had some great jokes. Maybe on sheer comedy, it would, like, if I watched it again, it would, go up a notch on sheer comedy.
Yeah, and also the way that it used Pinkie Pie in the episode, like, she wasn't a distracting presence for a background character. And I feel like people should take this episode for, like, how to write Pinkie in the background, because it was perfect. Like, and also Apple Bloom attempting to find her own signature headgear while using her bow at the same time, trying to mimic her big sister. That was just adorable. And I wish we could find a hat that isn't a Stenson for her. She would look great in that.
I won't complain if she starts wearing a hat.
Really?
It'd be nice to see if the Applejack had a hat.
No,
not Applejack.
Apple Bloom! We're talking about
and welcome back, Quill.
Like,
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking about Pinkie's appearance in the episode, which I actually had a thought about.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Pinkie Pie seemed less like a prominent character in that episode and more of a the tie-in, sort of the muse, the audience interpretation sort of thing. It allowed the characters to speak their minds to someone so that the audience could profitably catch up, but also to the point of allowing the characters to have an outlet almost. So Rarity and Applejack to have some kind of outlet to let their thoughts be known to the audience, sort of thing. If Applejack just decided to talk to the air if Pinkie wasn't there, that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah. I think they did a good job using that writing convention and using Pinkie in that fashion, because hey, it at least makes it feel more like a community and not exposition-y, like, say, train card rides and talking all about the event that you guys are going to on the way there.
I feel like that's... Sorry, good. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
What?
I was finished with that diatribe.
Oh, I thought you were finished, and then I started, and then it sounded like you were starting again.
Oh. Yeah, I just stopped.
Sorry. I mean, but yeah, I was just gonna say, I feel like what some people, like including some fandom critics, miss is that it is okay for episodes to use characters like that sometimes, to have a character in that sort of a role, to just not necessarily have to be right at the front and center of the action, just to flesh things out a little bit, to bounce things off of. Like Rarity and Gift of Mod Pie didn't necessarily need to be there, but she kind of gives both Pinkie and Mod someone to talk to in that episode.
Yeah,
she still played a role.
Yeah.
Well, like the later role,
but
yeah.
Yeah, I think let's just start gathering our final thoughts, because we're starting to reflect way too much in the season.
Yeah.
You got mine.
I mean, some bit of retrospective shouldn't be it not considered. I don't know. Words. But yeah, retrospective is still a good thing to have in the reactions, I reckon.
No, I don't mind. It's like
Yeah.
When we go off topic, we go off rails.
Mm.
All right. But anyone will go first for closing thoughts on this episode?
I sort of already gave mine, so.
This was the episode that basically spoke volumes about the authority of opinions, and I felt like it did an adequate to good job on it. So, yeah, hopefully people with that identity won't get upset over it.
Like I said, good episode. Wanted to like it more than I did. Could have been great, but other episodes have done what it did better. So, yeah. Although the sheer comedy sometimes was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh yeah.
I just remembered that we didn't actually see Miss Parmel at the end of the episode, so there was a lie there.
I didn't actually.
A lot of things in the loop.
I didn't actually pick up. Dang it! I didn't actually pick up like who was designing the disco costume. That was Coco Pommel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Seriously.
But
after they took their name, they took their identity as a fashion.
Yeah, my final thoughts about this episode. It was good. I liked it. It's a good, solid pony episode. I think it was a lot better than Cart Before the Pony.
I just think it's better than that episode.
Seriously,
because I love being the I love being the hated.
Wait, what do you mean by hating it? What do you mean by hated? This is anti-Cart Before the Ponies territory. You're in friendly.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's a hell of a lot better than it.
Yeah, though I don't see much relation to it. I mean, like except for I don't know, Applejack and Rarity, not really like really realizing the solution or like the problem until it was too late. That's the only relation I can find between those two episodes. Yeah. Just feel like Applejack and Rarity are really falling down after the times, after season 4. No, wait, I mean after season 5.
It seemed like there's a lot of
after season 5.
Seems like there's a lot of room for improvement of also their characters, but also the relationship between them. So the
Just hope we could get like another coloratura appearance so we can get a good Applejack episode again. This was already a good Applejack episode. What am I saying?
Oh yeah.
This was better than a lot of.
We need a great Applejack episode. We just need a great Applejack episode again.
Make Applejack great again.
No! No, the conservatives! Oh, yeah.
We're going to build a barn.
We're gonna raise it on high.
The barn just got 10 feet higher.
We're going to raise our barn, and then we're going to raise the barn.
By raising the barn, we'll raise your tax.
Well, raising the barn and then raise it to the ground.
We better bail on this while we're ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess anyone other will give their final thoughts before me.
Well, my final thoughts at the moment would have to be goodbye and good luck and happy birthday, Alex.
Yeah. Also.
Word puns. Anyway.
This episode was horrible and I hated it, but at least I'm being honest.
And not a thing was learned that day.
I'm just wondering, did we call Applejack the honest opinion?
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me, I'm still not sorry for the fault in our cutie marks. Just putting that out there.
The honest opinion.
All right. I guess to give my final thoughts, I'm actually the positive one this time again. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Because I've been a Debbie Downer for like the past month of episodes. Even a Fluttershy episode, which is very surprising. To get to the point, I actually really enjoyed this episode because it reminded me a lot of like I brought up earlier, season 1 episodes, which for the most part hasn't really been achieved successfully. Some people bring up how how Burrow writes more kiddish, but season 1 had a different tone, but wasn't really kiddish like Burrow does. This felt very much like season 1, where it's like this sort of tone and for sort of fairy tale-ish, like moral story, very straightforward. That where it was became very clear, like overall where it was going. And also like, sorry, Echo distracted me, but with AJ, I actually did like how she was used as an antagonist, where it felt overall natural to me how she could get into this position where like her pride, like her honesty, not just alone, but like her pride, where she got the idea like, oh, I really am great at this fashion stuff. Like her pride sort of, and also how I forget who brought up how Rarity's initial encouragement sort of built up that pride extra, where she was just being flat out railroading through like everyone's like emotions with her honesty, where like I felt that was a natural just how I felt like how Pinkie Pie and Philly Vanilli was like her Pinkie Pie-ness was railroading through Fluttershy's emotion, where like it felt natural for Pinkie Pie to not understand Fluttershy's like emotional shyness with that, like how. So I felt like it felt natural to me. Like it felt bad, like AJ was doing this, but like it felt natural, like someone for her to do. So overall, I did enjoy the episode, and
yeah, I feel that was largely Cadet's thoughts as well. Did she not say that earlier, or was I not remembering right? I'm pretty sure she said that Rarity's coaxed AJ's reaction out of her, and then she let the confidence boost her brutality, sort of thing.
Yeah, we like went back and forth on that a while, like how, well, yeah, that's what it wanted to do, and then I said like, okay, well, fine if that was like the intention, but I'm still going to give the episode that did it smoother, more subtly, and more natural feeling, more credit. Which, I mean, I think just the biggest thing is there's, or at least for me anyway, was that there's just not a lead-up point to Applejack acting that way. Like she gives Apple Bloom her hat opinion, and then, yeah, she just comes in and starts being like tyrannical and then more tyrannical about the costumes.
No, I mean, it started out smaller, like the first round of like her going through basically focusing actually on it being practical, which is what she thought her idea, like her role was, how practical it was. So it was more not the right encouragement, but like in the right direction. And then later it became like where she's like, oh, I'm doing this right. Then she got worse with it. Like
I'm talking about
the hat.
Yeah, I'm talking about the progression of the mindset, though. Where I mean, well, okay, you could argue like escalation, but I mean, I felt like after getting a very clear image of what Applejack was thinking, it went more to like, well, hey, if she thought that she was just being honest, then she would not think there's anything wrong with doing all of these things, right? And it's like, well, yeah, assuming she lacks common sense, sure.
Well, I mean, it's part of the common sense for the writers to give that kind of escalation, because it's the character like coming to terms with what exactly was happening and laying it out solidly as she had was a way of, you know.
Well, you remember like what was it, Applebuck season or Sleepless in Ponyville, where like to get her to the point where she was belligerent, that there was a lot of confrontation and there was sort of even escalation on the other side as well. Like that, you could see the two sides playing off each other and leading it to there very clearly.
Second, you keep on confusing Sleepless with Look Before You Sleep, man.
Okay, right. Look Before You Sleep. That should have been the title of Look Before You Sleep, to be fair.
Wasn't Sleepless in Ponyville the Loner episode, or was that a different one?
The later episode
that's the Scootaloo Rainbow Dash one, yeah. I'm getting the titles mixed up, but I mean, but yeah. So okay, Look Before You Sleep and Applebuck season, you see like the two sides like sort of escalating the conflict. That you see the escalation a lot more. Well, yeah, I was on a roll before. Now I'm derailed in it, but.
All right.
I'm not going to say it all over again because everybody probably wants me to stop talking now.
Well, reckon that's all our final thoughts.
Yeah. All right. I guess see y'all next week, which I forget what the next episodes are about.
The next episode is hopefully not going to be a terrible one because my favorite character.
Oh, is it going to be the royal one?
Yes.
Yes! Oh, I can't wait for the next one.
Uh-huh.
Hey, can't wait for the next one.
It's the episode we've all been waiting for.
The Cross of Empires.
The one where we might finally see Star Swirl.
No.
Oh. I am intrigued with this new episode.
That's all I wanted it for. No, just kidding.
Would we actually see some Sombra, or is he just dead?
No. Sombra, what? Dragon Empire and Changelings.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not the next episode.
It's not? I thought it was episode 10.
No, that's like episode, at least I think that one is later, because the Canadian releases are like, they have them listed like, some of them is like episode 17, but they're releasing like episode 14 and stuff like that. So let me see.
Okay.
Well, I do have like lunch on the bench waiting to be done. On the Barbie, it's currently burning down the rest of the house. So I gotta attend to that real quick. But yeah, so thanks for having me again, guys. I am really hungry. So I will be seeing you guys next time, perhaps. And yes, so as the final words from me, thanks for watching, guys. And goodbye and good luck. All right.
Take care.
See ya.
QuilloManar signing off. That's what I'm supposed to say. All right. All right, I'm going to kick myself out now. Bye.
All right. All right. And I guess see y'all next week.
All right. Ciao.
Bye. Goodbye.